Moving toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down for...
A gain of 14. First down, Chiefs.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback They really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Cook running right. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
19 target, 19 target. 19 Vikings, 19 Vikings.
2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll go with the option, coming right, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
3rd and long for Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Chiefs 0.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side. and take it to the house.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, pass.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35 on second down. Hurts.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. He's going up top for Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On play action, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A give. This is Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
46.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's long. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
On first down, Hurts. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Taylor looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now down to 20.
Score, Vikings 27, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Prescott on first down.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's long. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To the air again, Prescott.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Prescott to throw it. On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll go option on second down, right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second and 12, Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action now. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. That'll be a gain of 16, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Come on. Hey.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak gets Hurts. And this time he breaks the play and he's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
34, Chiefs 21. Harrison Butker to kick off 14 to 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there to 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And again, it's Prescott. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a